So I'm here with Dell Technologies, and you might know the brand name Dell. Dell Technologies in between stands for a bigger range of products. You not only have the Dell laptops and servers and computers, but we have a whole umbrella of enterprises underneath the Dell Technologies brand, which contains, for example, VirtuStream, our cloud computing brand. We have VMware under this umbrella. We have Dell EMC for the enterprise hardware, and obviously we have Dell for the consumer and end-user products there. So I'm from a team supporting SAP infrastructure. It's called the Global SAP Center of Excellence, and I would like today to talk about how we can help customers to bring their SAP environment into life with all the possibilities from on-prem to cloud via hybrid and everything in between. You often heard the notion on this event about the intelligent enterprise. And the intelligent enterprise consists obviously of the digital core, meaning basically HANA and the applications running on HANA, and everything around this, which is IoT and all the stuff in between. We in Dell can give, and Dell Technologies can give the customer a lot of choices how to bring their infrastructure to life. As I said, we have options for taking this into the cloud with our own technology. We have all the on-premise infrastructure in place. And that's basically what I would like to talk about today. So with the digital core and all the server systems in the digital core running SAP HANA, you need to have lots of data coming from more and more system outside of your enterprise or at the edge of your enterprise. You have lots of sensory data coming from production, from in healthcare, for example, from medical devices and so on. And you have to aggregate this at an edge level to bring this into your enterprise. So a lot of decisions have to be made at an edge level and not in the core of the enterprise. You have to do a lot of decisions right where the data is coming up from. This especially is true when you think about, for example, self-driving cars. There is no way that you bring data into a cloud and wait for the decision from the cloud. If the car should break, you have to make a lot of the calculations right at the edge. And we can provide infrastructure to do so. We have, for example, edge certified devices, which is basically an industry PC residing in a production line on an old platform in a hospital, which can contain SAP code and aggregate your code there and data there and make some decisions over there. We also have the full capabilities. I was told I have to stand here. I cannot go there, so because the camera. Is there a pointer? Yeah, but it's not working on the screen. So we have all the server systems which go into your data center and the storage systems and everything you need to run into your data center. And we can also provide the ways to virtualize your infrastructure with VMware. We can bring this together in the cloud to run every kind of hybrid model in between. And another big part is the meaning of converged and hyper-converged infrastructure, to give the customer even more possibilities to decide which kind of infrastructure they want to run their stuff on, and also use infrastructure for different kinds of workloads in all this area. We can sum up this infrastructure part with a big software environment. In example, for backup and recovery data protection software, and we also have all this in our Dell Technologies portfolio. To give you an idea what our team is doing in there, we are focusing on use cases in our team, and I've brought a couple of them with me today. I'm personally involved in some of them. Oil and gas, for example, is a very interesting one where we have edge devices on an oil drilling platform which collect data from the pumps, from the machinery on the station, but also data from the workers on this platform. So you have lots of healthcare data basically from them. Are they in the safe environment? Are the gas levels around them okay? So you have very different kinds of data in a very small environment which need to get aggregated and sent to the company headquarters. I personally am focusing more on the healthcare part, and I would like to talk about two use cases we have there. So in healthcare nowadays, the big thing is to find individual treatments for patients. So especially this is true for cancer, where some years ago, basically all cancer were treated the same, and you go more and more to slice this into different types of subcancers and find different treatments for this. And this is going more and more down to an individual treatment for each individual patient. So you take a sample of the patient's tumor, develop a drug specifically for this patient, and you have a huge data challenge with this, because when you sample a patient's genome, that's some 3.5 billion data points for each individual patient. So you have huge data sets. And you often have to deal with petabytes of data in this environment when you want to compare data between patients and different groups of patients. And you probably cannot, SAP would like you to bring petabytes of data into HANA, but nobody can pay for this. So you have to find ways of pre-selecting your data before bringing this into HANA. And that's something we did. So we have an online archive, which is the bucket where you put all the raw genomic data, and we have some engines now with SAP Vora, or the new name Data Hub, to pre-select data of this and bring this into SAP's Health platform, which is an application residing on HANA. And on the other side of the edge, you have individual data, for example, from your fitness devices or from medical from healthcare monitoring systems in a hospital, which then have to go the other way from the edge to the center. So we build up this kind of infrastructure. Another use case I was involved in is to use blockchain to do a use case in a pharmaceutical environment, a production use case, where a pharmaceutical company needs to report certain ingredients of their products to a governing body, because that's restricted components, but they don't want to share the whole recipe, their whole IP. They just want to fulfill the obligation to report certain entities, and they can do so by combining blockchain with private computing, because blockchain basically gives you security of the process, but is not there to privately store stuff. And you want this combination of private data, meaning the IP of the pharmaceutical company, and blockchain is something we did here together with our partner Camelot, and that's the things we do. So to sum this up, Dell Technologies is the one company which can deliver your infrastructure from the edge device, to the core, to the data center, into the cloud. And we are not only delivering infrastructure here, we are also building up use cases which then can be applied to your problems. And that's basically what my talk here was about, to give you an overview of what we're doing. Thank you very much. Back up. Yeah. Fine. Okay. One second. Okay. I'm just breathing here. Okay. And you will get your prizes in a second, hopefully. Yes.